Hi everybody, welcome to Total Strength. My name is Maureen. We have a total toe to head body workout, strength training workout for you today. What I have for my equipment is a chair. We are going to do some front lunges or single leg squats, however, with the chair. That is optional to have that chair if you don't feel ready to come up on one leg to do a front squat or front lunge squat. That is fine. You don't need to do that. I am also going to use the chair though for part of the warm up so that we can get our hips loosened up as best we can. I also have a mat and I have a whole bunch of weights. I have a set of heavy, medium, and light for me today. And then I have one extra weight that's a little heavier than the rest that I'm going to use for some kettlebell inspired moves. If you don't have all that big mix, that's okay. You can still go through the movements, going through the range of motion. If we're doing an exercise where the weights that you have are too heavy to hold the really good range of motion, you're going to set those weights down and focus on execution and form. If your weights are lighter than would be ideal for the movement that we're doing, you are going to focus more on really engaging the muscles so that you get the best out of that. Any way you go, you're going to get a good workout today. Usually what I do is start from either the top or the bottom and work my way up. Today we're going to go up and down, both up and down on the floor, but also up and down between the whole body so that we can just kind of mix things up a little bit. I'm going to start the music and we're going to get going. All right, always check in. Let's take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're centering ourselves and bringing our mind and body together. Let's do one more. In through the nose, blow out through the mouth. Bring the shoulders to set, so bring them up, back, and down. Let's just start stepping side to side. Getting to know our space, know what we have to work with, and just getting our muscles warmed up. Add some arms. Continuing to do that, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Stay here. A few more. Let's bring the arms up overhead just to recruit a little more blood. All right, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Let's march it out. Take a breath in, arms come up overhead and release. Let's change those arms to circling. So we're loosening up through the shoulders and reverse. Let's get a really good loosening up through the shoulders. So step out wide and hinge forward at the hips. Come forward. My back is flat. Arms come down and just let your arms rotate through their sockets without gravity pushing down at the top of the shoulder, and reverse. All right, bring it on up. We are going to use a chair, a wall, closed door to do a little bit of hip opening. So I do want you to hold on to something. It's not a balance challenge. I want you to hold on to something while we open out at the hip. So sometimes I do this without the chair and we're standing and we're getting all the movements or all the muscles going. I want to really zone in on that hip joint. One more time this way and now reverse. And when we're holding on to something while we do this, it allows us to get a little bit more mobility through the joint, and this particular movement, it is activating our glutes. Let's do one more this direction and then come to the other side of your chair, or if you are standing up and having your hand on a wall, then you're gonna turn around and we're gonna open up at the other side. So you're not necessarily gripping, you're still kind of balancing. And this standing leg has a soft micro bend in it. All right, one more this direction and then reverse it. So hopefully in this stabilized position, you're getting a little more mobility than you would just standing. You're getting a little more mobility through that hip joint, but also activating the glutes. All right, last one right here. I'm gonna set this chair aside. We won't be needing it until toward the end. All right, we're gonna open up the chest, bring the heart to the sky. Round the back, stack the hands, chin to the chest. Bring everything up and stretch through the sides of the body. Lift up the heels. All right, now I want to do a little balance challenge. Shift your weight into one side, soft bend in the knee, and rotate through the ankle. So trying to get that ankle mobility, which is really important for squats reverse. So having lack of ankle mobility is one of the things that can preclude us from getting into as good of a squat. Let's come to the other side and loosen up that ankle. And reverse. And right away, we're going to go into some squats to keep this warm up going. Step out, past the hips, toes are forward, pelvis neutral, shoulders up, back, and down. Engage at the hips, or initiate at the hips, excuse me, and reach your butt back. All right, let's speed it up. So we recruit more blood to our legs, get the heart rate up just slightly. All right, we are going to do one more thing to get our heart rate up slightly and start working those quads a little more. We're going to come down. When you come up, pop, down, pop, drop it down, pop. Push your arms back. All right, couple more. Drop down and lift it up. Heel dig front. All right, push your arms in front. So getting ready for some push-ups that we got coming up. Now let's open up the hips a little bit more. Step and cross in front. Open the shoulders. Cross your arms. All right, now step behind. Open the hips. And cross in front. All right, let's stay here. 4, 3, 2, last one. We are gonna go right into it. So grab some, probably one light to medium weight. We're gonna do a curtsy squat or a curtsy lunge with one arm coming up, so unilateral move. I'm gonna grab a lighter weight because I wanna protect my shoulder, but still challenge. So I would say, depending on your strength and mobility in your shoulder muscles, light to medium. So this leg is going to be the leg that's stepping behind. You have your weight on that same side. So we're going to start with this curtsy squat and tap in. Now we're going to add on, as you come behind, round that arm up. So add that little bit of challenge and go down as deep as you can. Blow your air out right there. So we're working our hips, working our shoulders. Heart rate will go up a little bit because we got this arm going up over our head. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Right here, we're gonna add on. You're gonna step behind, step to the center, squat, come back. Again, so we step behind, step to the center, one arm, squat, lift up straight, come back to the center. Let's smooth that out so that we're rolling through. Heart rate will go up a little bit. So we're gonna step back, center squat, back, center squat. So core really has to engage. You might wanna think about lowering that weight if you got really high. All right, let's do 2 more. Last one. Blow your air out right there and release. Let's take that arm that was holding the weight and release at the shoulder. Hinge forward, holding on to the weight. Just stir the pot so it's momentum. It's like I came along and hit things. Now we're gonna hit it the other way. So hit it the other way and just loosening up through the shoulders for that release. Bring it up. Other arm. Here we go. So step behind, curtsy squat, and tap. Down and tap. Let's add that arm coming out to the side as we come down and back up. Out to the side, back up. Heart rate does go up doing this stuff. That's good. I love when we can get some cardio and strength together. Blow your air out right there. All right, we're gonna add that change up. So you come down, come back to the center, squat forward and lift. Go back again. Back in that curtsy squat, center, squat forward, bring it back again, down, center, front squat. Let's smooth it out. So we're down, down. So it's nice, smooth movements. And I know it is challenging, or it is to me. All right. Keep breathing. We got 4 more. Here's 4. Stay strong all the way through. 2 more coming up. 2. You got this. Last one. See it through. Right there. Oh. And hang on to that weight. We're going to release the shoulder, hinge forward. Let that arm rotate through its socket. And reverse. All right, grab water. I need to because I get dry in here. So you get to grab water too if you want to. We're going to change things up. We are going to have a weighted, slow burpee inspired move. So with a jump up, I'm going to go up to my medium weights. You can have no weights if you want. Make sure you have enough space that when you come down, you're going to be able to extend your legs out in a plank position. So I'm going to hold on to my weights. They're going to come down toward the floor. Hold here. I'm going to pop out. I'm in a plank. I'm going to pop back in right here and then jump up, come down again. So it's down, pop, in, jump, down. Pop it out, hold it for a second. Join me if you haven't. Hold that plank, pop in, and jump it up. So, little different challenge. Pop it in, up. And the weights also help you stabilize there at the bottom. We're going to do a set of 5, 4. Hold that plank a second. 3, 2. Last one. And release. Let's set those weights down. And keep the feet moving. Heart rate probably went up a little bit. We are moving into another lunge movement. So we are going to have a reverse lunge with an overhead press. Rotate and bring it back and come in. So one side and then we'll hit the other side. So you're going to decide, we're going to be in this movement here and coming back. So a lot of shoulder again, a lot of stability. I'm going to bump back down to my lighter weights because I got to do both sides, right? So I got 1 foot forward, 1 foot ready to go. I come back, rotate, up, and bring it in. Back, rotate, up, and bring it in. So lots of core, lots of hip, lots of stability. You can stay at this speed, nice and slow, or you can speed it up slightly. And let's see if I can do this. You can also add a knee at the top. Right there. So your night, whoops, I messed that one up. We're gonna start here, come up, make sure you get all the things. So up, rotate, lift it up, and down. All right, so you're gonna step back, lift up, rotate, and come up. Back, rotate, lift up, and down. Couple more. Rotate, up, add that knee if you want to. Up, rotate, and down. All right, let's shake that out. We're gonna hit the other side. Same thing, 1 foot forward, 1 foot coming back. So watch those toes. The front toes stay forward. When you step back, those toes also stay forward. Here we go. So we're back. Add that rotate. Come in and back together. out, rotate, in, and back together. Here's where you can add a little bit more. If you want, add that knee and come here, then step back, rotate, add that knee, and come in. Again. Nice, strong, stable movements all the way. Whoops, hard to talk and do these at the same time. All right, let's do 4 more. 4. 3. Just 2 more. Just, she says. All right, here comes that last one. And release. All right, let's rotate those shoulders back, set these weights down. We are going to come into some tricep moves. So we're going to do some, oh, I'm wrong. We got one more thing to do before we do the skull crushers, the tricep. So what we are going to do is come into a plank. You can use your mat if you want to, and then you're going to pick your right weight. So here's what the movement is going to be, or you can have no weight. You decide. You can be here in your plank, so up on your knees or up on your toes. You're going to have weights, possibly. So in order to stay stable, you're going to want your feet out wide. Then we're going to do our rows right there. So choose your weight, or again, no weight. I'm going to go with my medium weight. And we got those Renegade Roads. So we're doing a lot of compound movements today. And watch, depending on your mat, watch where your toes are. So for me, I'm gonna have my mat here for my knees for when I wanna come down, but I'm gonna keep my toes off of the mat. All right, let's set this up. Get into your plank, whether it's knee or up on the toes. So if you're here, you're getting all the same good work, and you're gonna row, come back to the center, row. So you're driving that elbow straight back. And what I want you to watch is you're trying to not rock side to side. It's a very stabilizing exercise. All right, let's go. Blow your air out every time you do this row. What I mean by that rock, you can see it a little bit better up on the toes. So we're not trying to keep everything stable. Engage the abs, stabilize the hips. All right, let's do 4, 3. We got 2 more sets. Here comes 2. Last one. Right there. And drop it down and release. All right, we are going to come back up to standing. I'm going to move this aside. And I'm going to do one more thing down here since we are down here, but let's grab some water. Now I want to do those skull crushers. So like I said, we're going to mix it up today. You may want the same weights. Usually for skull crushers, which is a tricep exercise, people often need a little bit less than they do when they're doing standing triceps, especially the overhead compared to the overhead versus the skull crusher. So I'm going to go with my middle weights, and I'm going to come down into like if I were going to do a bridge. So my feet are flat on the floor, my knees are in line with my hips, and I have my weights right here. So I'm first going to come up onto my triceps, and I'm going to check in with my hips, check in with my abs, and come to neutral spine. If you feel like you are not able to hold neutral spine, and what that means is you're not arching your back and you're not rocking as we do these movements, if that feels like you won't be able to hold stable there, you're going to want to tuck your pelvis and hold your lower back down to the floor. So find that right position for you. Knees will stay right here. Push your arms up. Then we're going to bring the weights down past the ears and push up. Down, 2, lift, 2. watch the shoulders. Make sure they're not lifting up off the mat, and also that they are not scrunching up towards your ears. And you're going to try to hold your elbows in the same position. So keep this going with your arms and bring your attention to your core. You should feel like, in order to do this movement with your arm levers, that you're having to stabilize at the core. All right, we're going to add on another little challenge. We're going to come down, lift up, pulse, push all the way, then come back down, lift up, pulse, push all the way, come down, lift to the center, pulse it, up, all the way back down, lift up, center, push up, all the way back down, up, center, push, all the way back down. Can we do 4 more like this? We'll see if I can. Here's 3. Finish it up at the top. Come up 2, pulse, push. Here's our last one. See it through, good form, all the way to the end and crush it down. Bring the triceps down to the floor, and then the forearms come down. Take a breath in and release, and we're going to come back up. So come up nice and slow so that you are not having that quick rush of blood. But we are going to come on up, grab some water, and we're going to do some kettlebell swings. You don't need a kettlebell. I'm going to do it with a hand weight. This is why I have my extra heavy hand weight. But let me talk about the kettlebell swing. Just a little review. So I'm going to move my mat so that I don't have any bad surprises, just in case. So I can actually, doing a kettlebell swing, I can lift up here a heavier weight than if I'm lifting up through my shoulders, because this lifting is coming through the hips thrusting and through the quads and the glutes really engaging. So the arms are really just coming along for the ride. The way you get started, if you have a kettlebell, great, you can use that. Otherwise, the heaviest weight that you have is what you're going to be using. You're going to bring your hands into the top of the weight so that that is where you're gripping. You don't want to lose control of it. You're going to step out wide, toes are forward. You're going to pull the shoulders down away from the ears and then flatten the back. Knees bend as with a flat back. You bring this weight down between the legs. You can start things swinging just to get a little momentum going. We're going to lift up through the hips. That is what is pushing the weights up. So you're working the glutes and the quads, a lot of core, and your shoulders and your arms are just coming along for the ride. When I stop, what's going to happen is that this kettlebell or this weight is going to actually keep on swinging because I got momentum going. All right, let's do 4, 3 more, 2, last one, and watch as I stop. It keeps swinging, and we will set that down and take a break. Let's shake it out. We're going to do another kettlebell move. You can do that same weight or drop your weight down. We're going to do an around the world. Around the world is taking that weight and bringing it around the world, your head. The thing is that this is really about shoulders. If you start feeling like in order to get that weight or kettlebell around your head that you gotta kind of move, bring that down and move the kettlebell down here. All right, so I'm gonna try with this heavy weight. And I'm gonna bring it up and around. And after this, we're gonna do another set of those kettlebell swings. So bring it all the way around, standing up tall. It's all coming through the shoulders. So it's shoulder strength, but it's also a lot of shoulder mobility. Check in with the knees. You have a soft bend in the knees, and your back is not arching. All right, let's go the other direction. So bring it up and around. You're breathing, keeping the head and neck straight. So you're standing in really good posture. Shoulders stay away from the ears. They're not hunching up. You're just moving through that range of motion. All right, let's do one more this direction. And we're gonna set it up for our kettlebell swings again. So get that top of the weight or handle of the kettlebell and step out wide. Toes are forward, knees are bent, back is flat, and you hinge. Get some momentum going and push through the hips or thrust through. What is bringing this weight up is this thrust. All right. Keep it going. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. When you come down, you still got that swing. If you still got that swing at the bottom, that means that you are really getting your momentum going through the hips, the quads, and the glutes. Let's grab some water, and we're gonna come back down to the floor. We don't need a mat. Well, you might if you would like one for your knees, because you're gonna be on your knees, you can do that. We are gonna do walking push-ups. So we're gonna drop it down and do just what I'm talking about. So you're gonna come on down, and hands are gonna be beginning a little bit past the shoulders. You can be on your knees right here. So notice I'm at the front of my knees. You can be up on your toes. Narrow stance is less stable, so more core work. Wide stance, you got a little more stability. And finally, you can be back to the knees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down, walk to one side, hold that plank, come down, and walk to the center. When we come back, we're gonna walk over to the other side. So we're doing planks and push-ups. Again, you can do this on your knees. You can do this with narrow toes. You can do this with wide toes. We're gonna finish out by doing one more round each direction. Here we go, let's finish this out. Give me your nice, strong walking push-ups. Let's bring it back to the center and then to the other side. Then we are done right here. And drop it out. Come into child's pose. Blow your air out and release. Now you might find this mat helpful. So we're gonna stay down. Our next move, we are gonna be heading back up to standing, but we're gonna stay down here for now. Let's set it up. We're gonna work our hips a little more with some fire hydrants. So we're gonna set this up, come into a tabletop position. So your body's in tabletop. We got it, my knees are under my hips. My wrists are in line with my hips, and my core is strong. Back is flat. And we're gonna hold here, and you're gonna lift out to the side, back down. Lift out to the side, and bring it back down. So I am actually having us come all the way down in between. So come up, lift, and drop it down. See how I have that little hover and lift, drop it down. Make sure when you're hovering, you are engaging your core. One more thing. Have a slight bend in the elbows. Up, lift, back, and down. We're gonna do 2 more. And then we're gonna add a little change onto this. Up, lift, back, and down. This time we're gonna go up, lift, open, come back, and down. So it's a little bit of hip strength and opening. All right, so we're gonna lift, out, open, back, and down. So really watch the weight that you're putting into your shoulders. You really want your core engaged so that you're not leaning into your shoulders. And if you're not ready for this, then you can do this standing at the chair, very similar to what we did at the warm-up. Let's do one more and release. Let's come to the other side. All right. So line everything up, knees in line with the hips, flat back right here, wrist in line with the knees. And you're gonna lift up, hover, open, in, hover, back down. Hover, open, in and down. Hover, open, in and down. Really working the core as well as the hips. Up, hover. All right, let's add on. You're up, open, open more. Come in, hover, and down. Let's do that again. Up, open, open up wider. Back down to that hover and back all the way down. Lift up, open, open up all the way, in and down. 2 more times. Up, open, way open, in, hover, and down. Last one. Up, open, all the way open, in and down. All right, let's do a child's pose. And then come up a little bit. Take one hip and push it out. Come back to the center. Do the same thing on the other side. So push your hip out. So just shifting your weight, just releasing at the hips. All right, we are coming up. I'm gonna quick grab some water and we're gonna do some reverse choppers. So back up on our feet. And this time I'm gonna grab a heavy weight because again, I got momentum going with the reverse wood chopper. We're gonna have core and quad. A little bit of shoulder. You do need to have shoulder stability. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold on to the edge of my weight. Wide stance, knees are soft. As I come down, my knees bend. As I swing up, I'm straightening up the legs and I have a little thrust, so I'm working the obliques. We're gonna do one side, then we're gonna hit the other. All right, bring those shoulders down. Let's go. Down, swing it up. Blow your air out right there. So check out how I even have that little pop going. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. See how I still got that swing going. So get momentum. Let's shake it out. Sometimes for those with that rotation, you can get a little dizzy, so just kind of reset. And we're gonna come down to the other side. Let's feel that motion first. We come down and then you're lifting it up. All right, so now add that momentum. All right. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Here comes that last one. And bring it out. All right, we are gonna grab medium weights. Grab water if you need to. We got a compound move coming up. Take a breath in through the nose and blow it out. I'm stepped out into medium stance. Feet are out past my hips, toes forward, knees are soft, shoulders back and down. We're gonna do a squat to bicep curl, overhead press, and tricep. All right, so here we go. Bring it down, drop, lift up, bicep, overhead, tricep, push up right there. Bring it down. Squat, curl, overhead, tricep, push. Bring it down. Here we go. Bicep, push, tricep, push. Bring it down. All right, every time you have a good squat, everything that you're doing, you have precise movement. Elbows are forward as you do that tricep kick. Down, push right there. I know we already did triceps. I get it. This is our second set of triceps. Just doing it as a compound movement. All right, let's do, 3 right here. There's 1. 2 more to go. Push, tricep, push. 1 more. Push, tricep, push. Bring it down and release. Set those weights down, grab water. Coming back down to the floor, we got planks. But we're got a little special thing going on with those planks. If you are new to doing planks, I'm gonna show that first, and then I'm going to show the add-ons. So if you are new to doing planks, we're going to come back to those same options that we had for the walking push-up. So option 1 is you're up on your knees. And when I say up on my knees, I actually don't mean at the kneecap. I mean at the front, at the lower part of the thigh that's attached to that kneecap. So you can be here. Make sure you are squeezing your glutes, making sure that you are squeezing your abs. You can be here or you can be here, and you can stay in this position the whole time that we are doing our next movements. I'm going to make some space. I realize I'm going to need some space. So number 2, you just come up on your toes and you stay up on your toes. Narrow is more challenging. Wide, you get a little more stability. All right, if you're up here with me, you can either stay here or you can add on. Reach your leg up and come back. Other leg, come back. So we got the spider walk. So do what you need to do. All right, we got a set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more coming up. Hold it here. Hold wherever you are. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We got a knee come in, hold. Bring it back, go again. Other leg, in, hold. Bring it back, again. In, hold. Bring it back, one more, other leg. In, hold. Bring it back, drop it down. Child's pose, and release. All right, take a big breath in and release. And now we're coming into that movement with the chair. So it's basically a lunge, but we're adding a little challenge by having one foot up. So I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to show you from the side, but if you like, you can have your foot here at the front or on the side. So I'm going to be at the side. I'm going to set it up. One leg is on the chair, one leg out. So you're going to see I'm going to have to hop around a little bit so I get the right positioning so that when I bend this back leg with the knee going down, my front knee is not going past the toes and I'm coming back up. So standing up tall, hips are squared, get ready to go. Now, here's option 1. Option 2, if you are just getting started or you don't want to have your foot up like that, your step behind, knees driving down toward the floor, you're going down and up. And in between this option 1 and we'll call it option 3, is option 2, where you come down and do a little lift. All right, so let's set it up. We're going to do 10 on each side. So set up whichever one is going to be what you're doing today. And let's go. And see what I just did there? You can also do this. Grab something for that stability. All right, let's go. We're down and up. That's 1. Blow your air out. You are so strong. Here's 5. We got 4, 3, 2, last one, and let's come out of that. Shake it out. I am going to grab some water. It is dry in here. We got to hit the other side. We got a little bit more to do before we wrap this up. So yes, we do. We have a couple more things. All right, so that leg that was on the chair or behind you is now going to be that front leg. So you're going to set it up, and I'm going to use this for my stability. No shame in my game. All right, so set it up. Hips are forward. Drive that knee down, then lift. If you are in this position with your foot up on a chair, you got all that work coming right there in this leg that's on the floor. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it out. All right, we got more to do. We're done with that chair. Set it aside. Grab heavy weights for biceps. So we're going to do bicep with a balance challenge if you want that. So grab your bicep weights. We're going to set it up. Shoulders are going to come up, back, and down. So you can be right here, hammerhead curl. Here's option 1. Option 2, you come onto one toe, and you're doing the same thing. Option 3, you come up to one leg up, and you are doing lift and lower. All right, we're going to do 16 total, 8 one side, switch legs. If you're just getting started, you're going to do a total of 16, and you get a break in the middle when we're switching things up. So set up how you're going to be. Are you going to be here? Are you going to be here? Or are you going to be here? And we got a set of 8. We have 8, 7, 6, woo, 5, 4, 3, 2, here comes that last one. Bring it up. Here's the switch. So if you're going all the way through without a foot up, there is your break. Set it up other side. You got one toe or leg up or both feet on the floor. We got a set of 8 left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, just 2 left. Whoa, 2, stabilize. Oh, I couldn't make it. 1, and release. Oh, all right, set those weights down, grab water. One more move, we got a unilateral fly. So we gotta do this pretty quick. I'm gonna do this with my lighter weights because while I'm working my back, while I'm working my mid and upper latissimus muscles, I'm also adding, whoops, I only need one weight. I am also adding some stability challenge to this. So I'm going to have 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. On the side where the leg is behind is where the weight is going to go. You're going to hinge forward. Once you know what I'm doing, find a spot on the floor that you look down at that's slightly down and ahead so you can keep your head and neck in alignment. Hinge. This hinge is so important. Stabilize through the hips, and we're going to come out one side. Just 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lift it up, bring it down, and stand up. Right away, switch it to the other side. So, name of the game here is stability. Hinge forward, head and neck in alignment, arm is down, and then open and bring it in. Blow your air out. Just 5 more. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring it in, release. Good news to me, anyway, is that we just got through all the exercises that I had on my plan today. Good news, hopefully for you, is that you are done. Hopefully that's good news. All right, we're gonna step it out wide, toes forward, hips neutral. Take a big breath in and release out. Again, big breath in and hold your arms up, drop the shoulders down, palms face behind you, bring your fingertips to the back, then lift up through the elbows. So getting a release through the triceps. Take those hands, bring them forward. Palms are forward, fingertips down. Shoulders are down, getting a little stretch through the biceps. Make sure you got soft knees. Open up your chest and come back to the center. Open up at the chest, come back to the center. One more time, open up at the chest, palms are up, and back extension, heart to the sky. Come back to the center, stack your hands, chin to the chest, opening up the upper back. Reach up and stretch through the waist and through the sides of the body. Check in with those knees, make sure there's a bend. Pause here and rotate through the wrists. And reverse. Step your feet in a little bit closer, and we're going to move through the hips. So just rotation. And make it so now the knees are kind of moving a little bit. And reverse. So getting all of our joints kind of moving here. Last one. Pause here. And rock the hips side, center, side. Side, center, side. So stability and stretching. One more set right there. All right. One arm comes across, drop it down. Other arm comes across and drop it down. Last thing. One heel forward, toes up to the ceiling and hinge back. Breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, bring that foot down. Other foot comes forward. Roll up, lengthening through the spine. Roll everything up. We're going to step back and hinge. Shift your weight, toes up. Drop those toes down, step it back in. Hold right here, opening up at the back. Chin to the chest, and then roll everything up. And blow out. All right, good energy in. And push out. One more time. Good energy in. Bring the hands together at the top and open the chest. And thank your body for what it has done for you today. I thank you for working out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you next time.